takes about 10 seconds before it actually bothers to go live.
Yeah.
There we go, man. It's live, it's away. So,
Is it?
Yes.
Hey, hello.
You
all right?
So far in the chat, we've got Charlotte and Andy, but there's definitely more people here. I'm just going to turn my volume up a little bit. So yeah, a little bit of a different one today. I know Ella was on with Daniel last week, maybe.
Yeah,
One of the days.
she was. That was it, yeah.
So now today is mine and Lisa's turn. Lisa's going to be doing a bit more staying connected, so we thought we'd have her and Ella do one on stream and see how they feel. See how it goes. So how you doing? We've got Sue as well.
Hello. I can't see the chat at all, anybody.
Yeah, so I'm on the chat duties today, so if you do have any particular questions, let me know, and I will those back. We had a couple of audio issues, which is why we're a little bit late. So also, Dan was, can you fix the printer? With like 2 minutes to go, and I was like, well, no. And then he was like, well, please, and I was like, okay then. So there we go. That was a good story. Sue screwed up my knee yesterday. So
who screwed up my knee?
Sue has screwed up my knee.
Oh dear.
So hopefully you're on the mend soon, Sue, because that could be pretty nasty.
Rested up.
Yeah. So hi guys. I mean today I haven't really got much. We normally do like a little updates thing, but I haven't really got much. We dropped the ball a little bit in terms of putting the schedule out for this week, which was partly my fault, and then we just forgot to post it, so that was good. But we do, if I change the scene, the post went out, so it's on Facebook now. It went on about 2 hours ago of what's happening this week. You're not teaching this week, are you, Lisa?
No. I'm just
so I am also
trying to schedule stuff.
Not teaching this week. So we've got the second session of Rob's Fit Body, Fit Mind, and we've also got the Money Matters session, and they're both tomorrow, as far as I know. So there's lots going on tomorrow, busy day, and I think that's about it in terms of courses for this week. And any updates?
Well, updates would be any upcoming courses, I suppose, wouldn't it? So we've got.
Go on.
We do have. I am starting to sort of look forward to planning the level 1 and level 2. So if anybody is or knows of anybody that's interested, just tell them to contact through the usual channels, either Lisa at mediasavvycic.co.uk or the courses at mediasavvycic.co.uk.
Yeah. And just give us a shout. Obviously, I know the reason I ended up putting it out and realised we'd forgot as well was Amelia had messages on Facebook, and she was like, "Oh, can you tell us what's going on this week?"
Brilliant!
And I was like,
brilliant!
I was like, for about 5 minutes, I was like, well, "We post it every week," and then I looked and I was like, "Whoops, we haven't done it."
Yeah. Well, there's always a million things to do amongst all the chaos, isn't there?
As you guys know, there's something gets missed every week. Just by pure incompetence, really. I guess. The photography course, maybe meeting at Roka, still to be confirmed. That's possible, yeah. So I think that's weather dependent as well. I think Daniel's waiting to see what the weather's like. So far, so good today. So we'll hope for that one. Bit of a just to break into what we're going to talk about this week. For anyone who doesn't know, we're just going to go back and have a look at like Lisa's favorite moments and favorite bits. So we've got some of the links to some of the guys you might not have, some of the things you guys might not have seen, because we don't really talk about it very often. Like there's a couple of projects in there that we've done that, you know, if you might not have seen before, so it might be cool to have a look at them. With that in mind, why don't you take us back to when you first started with that bald man who sits in the corner?
Oh, the one in the corner, right? Yeah. It was sort of like
the story.
Oh, the story. It was February 2013.
Yeah.
And I had graduated 2012 because I was being a mature student. So I started with Dan in the February over at St. Peter's Gate. and it was with a view to do sort of some teaching and with a little bit of sort of design work on the side. So that's obviously maintained throughout anyway. So, and we were just in a little cupboard in St. Peter's Gate.
It really
it's sort
was
of great,
a
little cupboard. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, and we used to sort of like really annoy the neighbours as they were like just daft banter and music.
General,
2-pack all the time, you know.
Just the general way you were in every aspect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like kicking the walls and that, like kids. Why not?
So that was obviously like where you started. What would you say is like your highlight reel of things you've done?
Well, I think it's probably what most people will know. The sort of the highlight, the thing I find most valuable, like I feel like I've contributed, is the exhibitions, the Shine exhibitions. Obviously, I do the teaching and sort of it's doing accredited and non-accredited straight away. And then it was pretty much the head of the Faculty of Arts and Design came into St. Peter's Gate, and she was called Shirley Wheeler, and she'd been like the head of my sort of course, the illustration and design course that I did at that time. And she was also, I think, part of the creativity works that I didn't have anything to do with at all. So she was in the building anyway, and I just heard Dan brought her in to sort of say, look who's here.
Yeah.
And then I just sort of like jumped on her and said, actually, while you're here, considering I have had that like sort of experience of exhibiting work, of, you know, if you know, just having that experience, it was brilliant. And especially at my age, it was something that at my age I never thought I would ever do, sort of thing.
Okay.
So I said, can we do that for our learners? And she just straight away, absolutely, yeah, show us what they're doing, brilliant. And she was just super excited. So it started with Shirley. I know Dan had wanted to do this for sort of some time, but like I just thought, I'm just going to jump in and do it. And
you got it done.
Yeah, so I got it done. I did one, yeah.
You know what it's like, full of ideas, loads of good ideas, and then you come in and just clean sweep.
But yeah, I just it was just something I was just so passionate about, you know, just because it just meant so much to me. I just wanted to give our learners that, and it was just from being somebody who's like sort of quite insular and sort of quite shy. It's taught me the role has sort of taught me so much by
how to shout at people in that.
I don't shout at people. About sort of like, you know, getting to know people and like work, like, you know, I just live in a completely different way to what I used to live when I was a Stockholm mum. Yeah. You know, you're just in a tiny little bubble, whereas now my bubble's just so much bigger, and it's good.
Mm-hmm. So how much, just so everyone knows, we kind of stress it at everyone, but how much work went into the first Shine?
Oh, the first Shine.
The very first one.
The very first one.
A headache was that to plan?
It was a big one. So obviously you had to measure the whole room, measure sort of every bit of wall space, and then sort of collate all the work together. So you had to be really quite organised with like the file management system as well. Fortunately, the university agreed to donate all the printing. So and with the help of like Leon as well, he just said, well, why don't you just wallpaper it horizontally around? Yeah. So that's sort of what we did for years, and just got on the nerves every time. It was like, oh God, it's going to fall. So that's what we decided to do.
There's at least one banner every year that
has to come down.
Or has to fall.
Yeah. Oh,
overnight.
Absolutely.
Always
it's tradition
as well. Like,
yes.
Set it all up.
So you come in.
Champion, and you come in and everything's on the floor. It's like, good.
And you just panic.
Is it ripped? What we're going to do?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. So it was obviously what we had to do was like design a brand. So every Shine event has a brand design. So the first one was Shine, and there was 2 Shine and Shine On and Shining and 5 Shine sort of thing, and Shine 6. So this year would have been 7, but obviously we got number 19 instead, C19 instead. So we'll just not bother with a number 7 just yet. everybody who has been a learner though still will have their work exhibited. Who's created anything, because that's the whole point of it anyway. And we've been able to sort of celebrate other things as well along the way, sort of like the Ghana project, the China project, the move to hear some, so we've always sort of incorporated who we are with the exhibition.
If you're going to say China on this show, you have to say it properly.
China.
Okay.
Sorry, is that all right? Sorry, translate.
Just how it
asterisk.
You always have to.
China.
I mean, we always get a cake, or normally have a cake as well. Everyone's mentioning the pizza, which is one of the standouts that you forgot to mention was the pizza.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. Yes, the buffet. So really, like an exhibition, you would have, say, like a few drinks and some nibbles. The Media Savvy exhibition is like way above that. Absolutely top dog. Yeah. You get a full sort of dinner, and you get the whole shebang.
And you get that. You get a small bald man with like a ridiculously heavy camera rig, who like weighs him down for about 4 hours. And it's like, Piggy, would you like a rest, or do you want to like bring a lighter camera? And he's like, I'm all right. And he's like crushing all those equipment. It's good. But look at how if you look back at the photos now, look at how young Dan looks. He hasn't aged
like badly, a little boy,
but like I don't know. I think it's the glasses and everything just looks different, completely different. There was a photo of you. I'll try and find it again. It's like you. Oh God, it's crashed. I'm gonna try and find it. It's like you, Leon, Dan, and Keith Stafford. But it's just
right.
Where is it? I think that might.
So that must have been
that one, did it?
It was, it was that from sort of the first shine. Because we had a learner, Phil, who sort of last minute just got up and did a speech and everything, and his dad came through to see him, and it was like a really proud moment for him. He was a really, nice guy.
I mean, our
volunteer. Sorry, go on.
That's what it's all about, right? Like.
Absolutely.
I mean, Dan makes a massive thing saying like, we need to get these guys the recognition. You had because you were just mentioning volunteers there, because Ray did a speech that year.
Ray did, bless him, Ray. He always sort of gets like things thrust upon him last minute as well. He did that, and then a few years ago we had a bit of a sort of sticky problem with locations in South Tyneside to teach at, if you remember, and he went to Radio Newcastle and was interviewed. Can you remember? And he was like, "I was just so it was just too much what you're doing to us, But bless him, he'll do it. He does. He doesn't like being in the limelight though. But he's pushed himself so much for us, which is lovely. And I think even all the learners who've come on here, I mean, I find it quite sort of nerve-wracking, and there's so many people.
We've had all the people, but the thing with. And we have put the speeches and stuff up, but it's not quite the same, I don't think, because like they don't get as much sort of recognition. Almost.
Right. Especially mine. I just struggle so much in that room. I think I'm all right in my little teaching environment, doing it to me sort of little people and stuff, but I just get on that little step and my mind just goes blank, and I just struggle so much.
The little palette.
The little palette. Bless our Jane last time I was supposed to introduce, and I just went, Jane, and that was it. That was just no introduction. Bless her. Oh God, what am I playing at? So I was just so nervous.
I mean, as you said, she was nervous for hers as well when she did it.
But
loved doing
she
it.
Was just
a proud moment, so.
Yes. Well, that's it. And like she was just so passionate that night to me. I mean, she is anyway, Amelia, about what we do, and about about education generally, Amelia. She is really passionate about our community too. So it was just whoever has stood and spoken. I know I'm going to be missing people out, absolutely, but thank you so much. It really means a lot. You do far better than what we do as staff, absolutely.
Mine, not great. It'll never be great either, because
you got away with it because you've only done one. Haven't you? Or two.
I was like, I've got to say, man. Everyone's sick of you listening to me. It's been months and months, so look, no one's bothered now. Sue was saying as well that our favourite moment was Shine 6. Not necessarily because she had two pieces on display, but maybe a little bit.
Maybe. That's, but that's a good thing, and I love that, like the fact that everybody has a brochure to take away.
Yeah.
So they've got that memento. Sorry, you were saying about Sue. What was she? Why was it her favourite? Or just,
oh no, that's all she said.
That was it.
I was looking.
Sorry,
I was looking to see if you'd say, but yeah.
Yeah, I was interrupted.
No. So Charlotte is also saying that she would never do a speech because she get her words mixed up badly. But to be honest, I mean, it's something you could maybe work up to, possibly. Don't say you would never do it, but maybe to think about.
Well, Charlotte, you've done a staying connected though. To be fair, and this is my first one. You're ahead of me. And I think it's just great whoever's sort of stepped up and had the opportunity as well.
I think that can play a part as well. Like we don't necessarily. I wouldn't. Can toy with the idea of getting people to do like a little video submission maybe of something or another. Could be them talking, could be something they've written, or a little video they've made, or whatever it is. Could be a little bit more creative than you've just got to stand in front of this room of people. If you did want to do something, we're open to ideas. If you've got any ideas or pictures of what you might want to do, Mel got up and rapped, so
I know that, how brave that was brilliant. Yeah, it worked so well. It really did, didn't it?
Oh, she spent that time on it though. I remember she told us about 4 months before she did it. She said, I'm going to do this, and I was like,
and I was like, what? You doing what?
So, yeah.
Oh, she was absolutely brilliant. That, yeah.
I mean,
I think we need another one.
We do. Maybe it's a different musical rendition, but we are open to ideas always. So just if you've got an idea about what you could do and how you could do it, give us a shout. Obviously, we don't know what the crack is going forward with COVID and when we'll be able to do it, but we do still plan to do it. We just haven't quite worked out the logistics yet.
Yes, that's it. That's the thing. But we, in some shape or form, it'll be there.
Definitely,
it'll be out there. Definitely.
But we always have, like Lisa was saying, we always have the opportunity for you guys to do like things like staying connected, and join in with the courses the way you can. Offering a bit of peer support over email or whatever it is, really.
And I think as well with we as we grow, we get more opportunities to do different courses like these, the photography course, the animation course that you've done, and things like that. That sort of like opened up, another sort of like range of things of, not having to tick every single box that we always have to tick, because admin is the least favourite thing, isn't it?
It sure is. Yeah, so we've got a little bit more freedom now to do just some more mad stuff, which is good. I mean, we've had a load of different courses on at the minute, but I know Daniel, especially at the moment, is working on some stuff around like filmmaking, and we've done a bit of animation, and it'd be good to, so I mean that would be one of the other things that I had written down, was just like the teaching side. So obviously you've done Shine. What would be your favourite stuff you've done on the teaching side of it?
On the teaching side, I think it's the bonds that we sort of build with some of the people, that sort of stay with us. I think you've got, we've got the likes of like Amelia, like Sue, like Wade, Matthew, there's like loads of, and I'm sorry because I'm not remembering everybody's names, Andy, and Gary, and Lynn, and Andy, we've got people.
The list goes on and on. Like
Anthony, why that's it, you can't, so please don't be offended if I don't mention,
stop it, like people, even if you don't speak to them for a while, like still.
Well, that's it, but they're always like Seward, we have we have the sorry.
Why did you move your car?
Need to move my car.
Yeah, go on, move your car. Go on.
Right, you just
I've got some to go through anyway. Lisa, the other Lisa, who is upstairs, is trapped. So now we need to do a bit of car juggling. I will catch up with the chat while you do that. Your keys are there.
Are they? Oh,
right
thank
there.
you. Well, you know when you panic and you can't see your thing.
So, yeah, we've got Gary just joined and we've also got Diego. It's all going well, like. I'm shutting the door, guys. I'm shutting the door. So yeah, Shine. We haven't really discussed this with you guys yet. But what I was thinking is we could maybe be, because obviously we don't know when and how things are going to go. In terms of getting back and obviously Shine, as you guys know, when we've been doing it in the past, it's always in quite a tight gallery space. So God knows what the regulations will be like by the time we get around to it. Oh, there we go. Dan's doing it. You trust him with your car, like? Sort of.
Yeah.
So I was just saying, like, if anyone's got anything they wanted to do or like think about, like I was saying, if they wanted to record us a message, they didn't necessarily want to stand up and talk, would be open as well. I think
that would be really good as well.
Yeah.
For people to do that and just sort of send it in to us now.
Yeah.
And we could have it.
Yeah.
And sort of share it on social media and stuff, because I think it always is so much more honest and real us, really, when it's coming. Really. We don't need to talk about, nobody wants to listen to us. It's about people's experience with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody wants to just do a quick sort of recording and
we like to
talk about what they've done,
like it being in the northeast as well. Like we had Chris Hare on Friday. And he was talking about like creativity and like specifically he was talking about Sunderland, but I think it's important to have it in the area as well, and keep it on the map for that.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a bit like when you think of like media, it's always like London or maybe Manchester, but we need like the presence in the northeast. So, because it's there.
We do.
You need to keep it in the community as well.
You definitely do, and I think if you are doing a course, say like one of our courses, it might not be like your main sort of interest in life, but just thinking creatively, getting your creative juices going is so important, because you could you could sort of then develop ideas because you're creating, your problem solving when you're creating. And it could be a little business, it could be a little business idea, it could be a creativity. Entrepreneurs are creative people, they have to be, because they've got to think up these ideas, and there's loads of ideas, and one of the things I sort of get quite a lot, and probably you do too, Haytham, when you're teaching, when people say, well, I haven't really got much imagination, I'm not very creative and stuff like that, and you're like, well, hang on a minute, give yourself a break here. Everybody's got like some level of creativity, and it's just tapping it and and getting it out there. So yeah, I think it's important that we do continue to do our bit with the exhibitions and keep the northeast sort of knowing that we are here, but as well as like the videography, like the websites that you do, it's all sort of like creating stuff. Everything's creative. Somebody asked me a while ago about the level 1 and level 2. Well, what will this get for someone? Like how's this gonna benefit somebody in a job? And I went like, the world is now a digitally sort of included place, and if you're not digitally included, you are missing out on so much. But also you want to stand out when you are like on your digital sort of thing. So whether it's Facebook and you're doing creating a little meme or doing something like that, or it could be digital marketing for a company. Companies have people like we do with you and Ella to do the social media stuff. It's massive. It's absolutely massive. So to sort of suggest or imply that there isn't a lot of creativity needed, well, that's just wrong. Absolutely.
I think it's like just a thing that people sort of forget about.
It's as if it's sort of like a silly little add-on.
Or like just something that is completely like you can't quantify it. Like, oh well, if you create, you can't. But it's more like the way you think and the way you like you say. It could be something that you in your job like you might have a role like, I don't know, say like people who like work in a small business or like a community center or something like that, like being able to create content for social media or be like to send out on emails or create flyers or business cards, or like little videos to apply for funding and things like that can be massive for them. It can be the difference between getting money and not getting money. So it's just,
so it could be the difference between, hang on, I'm just grabbing stuff I've found on the table.
okay.
Against, it could be the difference between something like, you know, that which is quite sort of boring.
2 seconds.
Or
on your camera.
sorry. Sort of something like that, which is quite sort of mundane and boring. Or something like that pops out and catches the eye. That's what it's, you know, that's the thing. And just working with people to sort of let them see that and you know, just chatting and going through the whole process of like looking for inspiration and things like that, because everybody's interested in different things. And, you know, at the beginning, we just give them like a bunch of images and everyone's is different, you know, and I think that's great. Going back to what you asked before, what's the, you know, on the teaching side, what is like the favourite things? Yes, it's those special people that sort of stay with us and want to do everything and, you know, and they'll try anything and just are so switched on and engaged. But there's also the volunteers as well.
Yeah.
Like they're absolutely massively important. The fact it blows me away how people will donate the time to sort of help other people. Yeah. And how honest and open they'll be within the session. And I'm not going to discuss any individuals or anybody else's stories, but you know, the fact that people can open up and be so brave as to their journeys, I think it blows me away every time. Absolutely. Right. So and it feels like a little family.
What you said is very good and all makes sense, but I've been completely distracted by the video that Andy's just sent us. So just to quickly double check, do you want me to play that now, or would you like everyone to be able to watch it in their own? Or do you want us to just play it on stream?
Who? Are you asking me or Andy?
No, I'm Andy. So let me know. But yeah, so just to catch up with the chat as well, because Charlotte was asking, obviously along those lines, will there be any courses on illustration or something along those lines?
Well, hopefully, yes. Yeah, yes, definitely. Okay. I need to sort of like there's loads of sort of there's loads of admin for the end of last academic year that I'm currently sort of dealing with. My least favourite thing, admin. But once that's sort of done, we've got a little bit of mind space to do it. Oh, look, there he is.
Okay. Do you want to come here and watch this video? Because you won't be able to
me?
Yeah. Why has he got shorts on?
Oh, well, why?
All right, okay. What a fabulous set of legs, mind. Hang on. There you go. Look at them legs. It's like a Greek god, honestly.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah. So I'm going to come in. To see you.
Get away from him. Look at how short.
Wait, I'm running.
Where'd you get them? 1970. Dear me. So I don't know if this has got volume or not, but I'm about to find out.
What's this?
So oh, hang on, I'm playing it without it being on the stream. So they've sent us this.
Who has? Who's there? Andy, did you say?
I'm assuming it's from them both.
Oh no!
Oh, you haven't seen the video yet. I've already played this in the background while you were talking, while you were waffling on. I was playing this. There you go. I don't think that there's a song attached to that, but I don't think it's quite playing well through OBS. But there you go. So that was done as part of my the animation course. So that's the motion tracked my head onto that. Well, I really, for once in my life, don't know how to react.
Brilliant.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Well done, but at the same time, how rude. I don't know.
That's brilliant.
There you go. That's one for Dan to watch back later. I think I'll tell you what, I'll forward him that one. How do I forward something again?
Hey, that was brilliant.
I'll forward it to Dan, and he can watch that on his phone.
Oh, I love that, man, won't he?
So yeah,
How
good
could you
job,
not love that?
guys. That's not quite the creativity I was looking to inspire, but it'll do. I
But you
guess.
know what? How inspirational have you been
Well,
there,
there you go.
Hayden?
Do you know what I mean? I haven't known anyone else to get a video of them on a
I
unicorn.
know. I feel a bit excluded, actually.
There you are.
Oh,
It's good. It's good to
it's
see
lovely.
that people are paying attention. I suppose.
It
That's what I'll
is.
say to that.
And it's things like that as well, you know, even after the fact, we've had a few people just send it, like doing a bit more work and sending it again. And,
so
you know, sort of like the Instagram pages. Sorry,
No, that was along those lines. So we've got Mark on Twitter who sends us a bunch of stuff, and he hasn't done a course with us for a little while, but he constantly tags us in things. And he's done some really good artwork.
So
I am intending to show you guys, but it's just when and like organising it all, because along those lines as well, I do want to start doing. We came up with this feature for like social media about a year ago, like a learner spotlight, and obviously it would be with your guys' like permission and to share work that you've done, like particular pieces and a little bit of a story behind it as well. But at the minute, as you can probably appreciate, it's a little bit hard to like collate it all. So like getting a little quote and like the work together and making sure it's the right resolution and all that sort of things, proven to be, on top of everything else, proven to be a little bit difficult, but it is on the radar to get you guys involved. And even though, you know, it won't be quite what Shine is, it's just a little sort of like shout out to you guys for participating in the courses and creating stuff. That one's definitely not going on. That's all I'm saying, because I'm making these videos. That one's not gonna make it.
Oh no!
That one's not making the cut.
Well, maybe we'll get some stills, Andy. Send some stills in, and I'll sneak them in.
So,
we should have like a sort of an extracurricular section anyway.
Yeah.
You know, for those people who do continue to contribute, sort of. You know, like Mark, you know, he's always sort of like, he's prolific, you know, with and he's really good because he sort of like taps into his creativity with different monthly challenges like August and Inktober and things like that. So he really tries to keep that going.
It's relevant. It's always like new.
Yes.
But equally, if it's something you did ages ago, it's not like, I'm not limited to new stuff. It's just going to be a bit of a like shout out to you guys. Just a bit of recognition.
Definitely.
And the social media stuff, like, we'll keep that going, and it'll just sit there as like a collection of posts, basically. And it doesn't have to. It can be like a bit fairly anonymous. You know what I mean? It can be like first name only, or you might not want your name on it at all. But
it's absolutely your call, definitely.
And it can be video, it can be animation, it can be, you know, hand drawn stuff, it can be digital artwork, whatever you want it to be. I will be getting in touch, but I'll get in touch with you on a like one-to-one. I'll send you guys an email or a message or whatever, and say I've been looking back through, and that it'd be good to feature this if we can. We've talked about before, we're up for having pretty much anyone who wants to be involved. As long as you have to have done something. We need a bit of artwork to put on there, but if you've got a bit of artwork, we're quite happy to feature it as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, even like the photography sessions that Daniel's doing, you know, it's like some like lovely, like well composed images and things like that, right? You know, it's, you know, it's all relevant.
100%. So, just as like on that line, along those lines, talk us through the rebranding process that you went through.
Yes. So when I started with Media Savvy, I inherited sort of the branding that had been originally created, and it was, you know, it was quite quirky. You know, it was all right. It was quite quirky and funky, and it was sort of to show, you know, like that, you know, like the personal touch as well, with like the handwritten typeface for Savvy at the time as well. And, you know, it was, you know, it served a purpose, and it sort of worked very well. And then we moved building. Right? It was different, and then we moved building, and it was just sort of time. It was just like a natural time for a change, just like a bit of a modernisation. It'd been around for 8 years, so it was just time for a little. No, we are a media and design company as well, so it's just, you know, the rebrand. So we went with sort of some modern clean lines. We kept that lovely poppy pink,
Yeah.
And there was lots of different sort of looking at different typefaces. We were looking at different colorways and things like that. But very quickly, it became, well, definitely we're not losing the pink. We need to keep that pink. That's us. Vibrant, sort of, you know, fun color. And we sort of, because of obviously social media now, is like, you know, you've got your little icons and things like that where you sort of, so we wanted to incorporate an icon for us rather than just the words media savvy. And we just looked at different ways of playing with the text and the colorways. And in the past, there'd been sort of this like bubble background that was quite faded in the background, and Dan really wanted to sort of make a little bit more of that. So we have done. So going back to sort of this, you can sort of see, yeah, we've got like the bubbles as if they're floating around sort of here, you know.
So you know, I'm showing them the portfolio page.
All right,
the
okay.
Different stages on. So you were talking about like the different typefaces, and then we had all the different color combinations. And then you were like, nah, take like that.
Back to basics, really, and back to
the like lighter shades of it as well. Which we decided work quite well. And you'll notice if you go on any of the videos or anything like that, where it's all the same. Like it's all the icons and the bubbles. And we try to make a big deal out of that.
Well, it's a brand, so you have to sort of, you know, you have to maintain that consistency of color, of sort of different styles, like your bubbles and like sort of like the animation that you did as well. You know, like at the that goes on the end of videos. You know, the little ting at the end and stuff.
One at the start as well. The empowering through creativity.
Yes. So, you know, just it's sort of, it's important to maintain that brand structure throughout everything that you do, so that you are recognised, so that you are a stable sort of like entity out there. So for anybody looking in, because obviously we need to get funding to do stuff.
We got
you know,
printed big time, and then on the back as well. This is actually my favourite hoodie. To be honest, I wear the gym and stuff. But like,
it stinks.
This one's pretty rank. Like,
oh no!
We've got like round neck t-shirts, we've got hats, we've got I had a picture somewhere of Diego wearing the hat, but I don't know if I've got it anymore.
Yeah.
Quick look for it. But yeah, we toyed with the idea of getting loads of pens, right? But then I don't think we ended up getting.
Yes, and then it sort of didn't happen. I tell you what, it was Wib that mentioned it the other week when I went to pick some of the stuff up for him.
Yeah.
You know, I was having a chat with him, and he sort of he mentioned a badge. It was a different kind of badge, but I thought, you know, we could make it. We should have like a badge.
But like a pin,
like the MF, like a pin, like a nice enamel pin badge. I think that would be quite nice.
Well, that's definitely your department. So you just created work for yourself there.
We've just got to persuade Baldy in the corner.
Yeah. So the man who has all the money in the purse string.
The little purse strings.
Like that. I'm trying to load this picture of Diego, but for some reason it can't be bothered.
Oh,
I've got a picture of Daniel smiling. That helps.
That's all right.
Yeah, he's got the hat on. Oh, there he is there, man.
I thought you just met a random picture of Daniel smiling.
No, not at all. I'm not a complete weirdo. But yeah, there's Diego with his media savvy hat on.
Oh, you found him. Oh, he's such a sweetheart, isn't he?
There he is, looking less than impressed. Sue's got to go now, so see you later, Sue. Thanks for.
Oh, bye, Sue. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, so it's good. Like I say, I like wearing this hoodie. I quite often rep the big media savvy. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got the polo shirts as well for when we're out teaching too. You know, so got a little uniform.
Yeah,
little savvy uniform.
It's like you practice what you preach in that respect. In terms of like all the stuff you would teach people about branding is what we've done.
Yeah. Yes.
I try to do it so in all the courses that I do. If I do any video stuff or like animation stuff, it's like you need to, whatever you're doing, it needs to pick apart like your branding and move it around in some way.
Yeah, definitely. It's sort of like your core, really, and it's how people recognise you, and you want people to recognise you,
and there's a really
rather than
resolution photo of Daniel.
7 different things.
So Charlotte's saying it would be nice if you had the Media Savvy brand on some cushions or other furniture pieces as well.
Yeah.
We got the signs done. I've probably got a picture loaded of.
That was
computer's running
very emotional for me, mind, getting the sign up at the outside of the building. It was just, I just found it really emotional. It was just such a moment. It's brilliant.
I'm just trying to find it. That's all.
All right. It's on our Facebook page, isn't it? On the actual building.
There, but that's the PDF that they've printed it from. But then if you go on Facebook, the cover photo is the sign going up outside the building.
Yeah.
I think we had like a short video of them doing it as well. That went up ages ago.
We did, didn't we? Yeah.
But this is the sort of stuff, and the reason I'm talking about it is because you don't necessarily think about it. Like, you know, if someone says, "Oh, you're going to go and learn how to use Photoshop or like Illustrator," you don't necessarily think that it could end up being something in the real world, like a hoodie or
that's it, yeah.
For a business or like a flyer like that. What you showed there, was that the prospectus or was that the advert? Because we had an advert.
It was the back. It was the advert on the back page of the prospectus. Yeah, and so it was both.
Okay, both.
You know.
So like it's tough whenever someone asks me, well, what will I get out of it? It's like I can't quantify what you'll get out of it because you could get absolutely anything out of this.
Because the possibilities are endless, aren't they?
Everything in the world at some point is designed and printed on a computer, pretty much. Like you can't go very far without having some kind of design skill if you want to make something. And obviously we didn't physically make the sign, but they've done it based on what we sent over. Same with the hoodies and everything. So it's just very helpful to have those skills.
It is, yeah.
Equally, if you want to do more digital stuff, like you said, social media stuff, like little animations, like you'll notice when you've made one that every video you watch has some kind of animated aspect to it, and it might be like little animated titles. It might be like the name that pops up along the bottom. They've animated it in. It might be like just a little animated logo in the corner of the company that it's for, or whatever it is. There's always some kind of aspect to it where if you didn't know how to do it, you'd be completely stumped. It would take you ages to find out, basically.
And it is sort of like, you know, it's important doing stuff like that because you need to draw the eye. It's sort of like it's getting multiple messages across. That was hard to say, wasn't it?
It's getting what?
Multiple messages across at the same time. You know, you're given the information in the video, but if you've got like a little thing, as you say, like an icon of a logo twirl in the background, you know that that's catching somebody's eye as well. And the whole piece is going in because you're not going to forget that's the company that showed you this, you know. I think that just makes it so important, you know. It's like, well, it's STEAM rather than STEM, isn't it? The
STEAM.
That STEAM has so science, technology, English, arts and maths, as opposed to just science, technology, English and maths.
I mean, you don't want to be like a boring robot that just knows how to like calculate things and that, do you?
No.
It's good and you do well, but it's a bit boring, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just nice to be a bit different, isn't it? Yeah.
We don't do any speech therapy yet, but I think after this you might need to do a couple of sessions on just like how to speak.
Me, yeah, definitely. Like I was just going with Tam.
It was like half Mike Tyson, half Sean Connery. It went a little bit. You lost it a bit for a second. You're back though. You've reeled it.
I'm back. Yeah, I've reeled it back in. I've managed.
Cottonmouth, I think, is what you call it. I keep getting.
Or somebody else's teeth in. Somebody once told me that. It's like, oh, I've got somebody else's teeth.
You can't have anyone else's teeth in at the minute.
You can't. Why not? Well,
it's definitely not safe to do that. Like.
No, let best not.
So
they used to put wooden pegs in, didn't they, years ago?
Something like that. Didn't like George Washington have wooden teeth?
Yeah, but it was like a thing. You'd get your teeth, and it was like
I read the other day that had like a really, really dark backstory to it, and it was something to do with slavery. I don't know how true it was, but it was something. The reason George Washington had wooden teeth was because he like bought them off of like. Some kind of bargain where he bought it off some slaves, but he bought it for like a ridiculously low price. I really don't know what I'm talking about now, but I read it very quickly the other day, and when you're reading something and it's like 1 a.m, and you're like, what am I doing? So I just I shut my phone and I'm going to bed.
But you stored it there, Heathen. You stored it.
That's in now right or wrong in me brain
Embedded.
forever.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like,
so there's a little, little top tick.
I'll be like, I know that.
Yeah. Or maybe even just Google it. They sort of get it verified.
Yeah. Hang on. I need to. Oh no! One of the suggestions is teeth slaves. I don't know where this is going.
Oh no! Oh no!
Washington's dentures were likely sourced from the teeth of slaves. Records at Mount Vernon show that he bought teeth from slaves.
So they weren't wood; they were teeth.
I know, but they were dentures.
Yeah, but that's what a tooth is.
I thought they were wooden.
Isn't it?
I thought, like, famously he had wooden teeth.
It looks like he was buying people's teeth out off them. To me, that's what that sounds like.
Grim, that, isn't it?
Very grim.
You can buy hair off people, though, right? I'm sure you can buy.
Yeah, because people get. You can't buy people hair because people get like extra hair extensions and they want natural hair extensions as opposed to.
I bet someone sold the teeth, like in the recent history. I bet someone's been like, I've got nice teeth, I'm going to sell these. I bet you any money.
It's like a big, massive fear.
Well,
losing teeth.
Two of mine aren't real, so.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Are the cartoons?
Nah, they're some kind of like.
Don't do that!
Porcelain or something.
Yeah.
Veneers.
Yeah.
Dentists can even profit off of the teeth they pull if they sell them to scrap metal dealer. What?
Oh, wait, it's because if they've got a
fill-in,
like a gold sort of, or a gold cap sort of thing. I used to have a gold cap years ago.
I've
got another one. Oh, yeah. I've got another one actually right
now.
You
got like a grill, like made out of diamonds. Like,
yeah.
Like
I'll show them how to go on, man. It was me. I was the trendsetter for that.
Again? He's got I can't remember his name. Man, I should know this. I'm annoyed at myself now.
Oh yeah. Good.
Nelly, that's it. Nelly had gold teeth. For like 10 years, he like had a grill in.
Nelly had a gold teeth.
Had a gold teeth.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I think he had actually, isn't Ian Wright got a gold tooth?
Who? Ian Wright, has he? Like on the side or something?
I'm sure he, like when he laughs on TV, it like shimmers. Yeah, there he is. There.
Mine's at the back. I used to have one here as well. Oh here, but anyway, it's gone now.
Yeah, like Ian Wright's gold tooth, man. What a real G. Yeah, so two of my teeth aren't real because I smashed them out, which was fun.
So how did you do that then?
I was just like
playing out and stuff.
And then I ran into someone's elbow and they just shattered out of my face, and that was it. They got the emergency dentist.
James did that to Emily once when they were little playing in the. And fortunately, they were like baby teeth, milk teeth, so it wasn't. Okay. But it was two in one night, yeah.
Oh,
and it was like a knee in the mouth.
Teeth, like, and they were gone.
No, you don't want that to happen.
No. The dentist gave my teeth that they pulled, and I've still got them to make a neck. Oh, Charlotte, I don't know about that one. Like,
oh, what?
Charlotte's made a necklace out of my teeth.
Has she?
That's some tribal stuff right there. Like, I don't know if I don't know if I can abide that one. That one's a bit scary.
I've collected Emily and James's teeth as they were grown up.
But you're a weirdo.
You know, when they fell out and put them in like little envelopes, I've got scattered in different drawers and stuff.
Hang on a moment. Why have you done that?
Because it's just like a mum thing to do, I think.
I don't know if that's true. I think that's just a bit psychotic.
No, it's probably. But we had the conversation at the weekend. Somebody else was doing it, and then that reminded me, oh, I've done that too.
I don't know how to follow that up.
Okay.
Apart from that,
ask your mum.
If I go home tonight and there's a drawer full of my teeth, I'm done. Like, we are done. Nah, I'm not doing it. That's just weird. And if there's a necklace, Charlotte, that's it. It's definitely.
And there's like first curls, like keeping hair and things like that.
Well,
that creeps us out a bit. That like the hair.
Yeah, I never understand that one. Like,
to be fair, the teeth do as well.
Like, I thought it would like.
Well, it's already dead, isn't it? It's a dead thing, isn't it? So
how does it not just go?
Oh yeah, so yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Actually, yeah.
I don't know. Strange. I would have thought it would have decomposed. I don't know.
You would, yeah.
I don't know enough about the human body.
Because you would have thought it would have been biodegradable, like, wouldn't you?
It is. Definitely is. It's just like carbon and all sorts of nonsense like that. So, what's it playing at, man?
What's it playing at? Hanging around?
when we have guests on, normally this won't happen. By the way, just for when you do it,
What?
you can't talk to them about like making necklaces out of your teeth and that, unless you
Oh,
know
can I
them well
not?
enough, I guess. But it might be a
Oh,
bit weird
really?
if they're like trying to be professional and you're just like, so how many teeth have you got in your top drawer? Like enough to make a pair of scissors out of. Like, alright, so.
Well, I'm not doing them then.
Yeah, okay.
That's it. I've decided.
Straight
I
on
can't
straight.
ask questions like that.
Yeah.
Gotta be serious all the time.
It
Yeah.
is a bit boring, like, when you've got to be serious. Andy was just saying he's going to tag you into his Media Savvy folder on his drive, on his Google Drive, where he uploads his
Oh,
work.
brilliant.
Sue is
Wait,
going to send me
Nick-
some as well.
Sorry, who?
Sue is going to send me some as well.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, well, yes, definitely do. I'll tag both of us, sort of thing. So I think even for the learner profile as well.
Yeah, you might have shared that Google Drive with me already. I think for the animation course, maybe I can't remember. It's been a long week. Okay, it's
Monday.
Just
Been a long week.
It is. Yeah, it's Monday.
Who's got it?
Monday.
Who's got the teeth in the little jar?
Charlotte. Charlotte's got a little jar of her teeth. 2 of her adult teeth. Okay. Cool.
Oh, adult ones as well, Charlotte.
Yeah, I didn't realise how big your teeth are when the
Oh, I know.
I had one removed and the root's like about that big. Like, you can hurt someone with that.
Yeah. Well, you can't you? Because I mean, that's what teeth's about, isn't it?
Guess
you know,
so.
to be able to like tear stuff.
Probably. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
I know, but you've got canines to rip meat, haven't you?
At least like once a week, you need to put a disclaimer out that you're not a doctor. Me and Daniel made a good habit of that. Medical advice, not you're not going to get it from you. But
just by saying a canine is a terry tooth isn't medical advice, though, is it?
Well, it's also, I don't know if it's a fact. It sounds right.
I think it is. I think it is.
Also, I don't know how many teeth George Washington purchased from slaves, and I don't know how that works. But I don't know if I want to know. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes the mystery is just...
There is that. Sometimes you need to just draw the line and leave it, really, don't you?
Because like I know that the further on I read into that, the less funny it's going to be and the more tragic. And I'm not like, there's a fine line sometimes between the two, and I know that story's not going to be very nice. So I'm just
it's not going to end well. So let's just leave it alone. No, don't be sad, Heather.
It's pointless, isn't it? Go try and be up. So yeah, unless there's anything else you've got to say, I've posted the link to the survey, and so if you guys could do that would be great.
Well, thank you everyone for being very kind to me. When we first staying connected.
How good it was, and how I think Amelia was saying she couldn't believe we met you at the clubhouse and stuff, and look at you now, he's doing really well and all that kind of nice things.
That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you. And you know, you'll probably see me a bit more of me doing this and trying to be sensible and not talk about sort of the rad stuff.
Yes.
I'll try, I'll try.
Well, you've got to try a little, like, at least the first half an hour. You've got to try a little.
Do you think? And then it just sort of, and then it just melts down.
Yeah, you just say, I can't be bothered with this anymore. Like, I'm bored. I just want to talk about.
Oh, thanks. As long as I can do that, I'll be fine. Yeah.
And, like, dinosaurs and that. Why not?
Yeah. Lovely.
Cool. Right, I'm gonna leave the screens on as always. If you guys can fill that survey in, that would be
wonderful. Thank you.
As always.
And I'll see you probably next week, I think. And yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Rob on tomorrow. Daniel in the morning, I believe, and then Rob in the afternoon, I think. But,
yes, Rob's in the afternoon because he's clashing with something else, or he can't do something else.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right, guys. I will catch you guys on the flip side. And I've clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. Cool.
Bye then.
Bye then.
Bye then.